Welcome back, fellow Armchair General. This is Gamer1745 here. I'm playing as Germany, Black Ice, Hearts of Iron 4. We're playing along with Lum, who's playing as Italy, Eri, who's playing as Romania, and of course, Toyjet is playing out as Japan, and we're intervening in the Spanish Civil War. And Japan wants asking access to your production to make production license. Okay. Okay, Japan. We'll do that.
He says so enthusiastically, "Oh, okay, Japan."
I don't know, what does Japan do for us?
Tigers in the Pacific.
Maybe. That may be
What are you
helpful.
trying to get? Is asking to access your production to make production license? Oh, it's just a
point
thing.
proactive government has
Yeah.
happened. So I'm one step closer to
I
shooting
mean-
my king.
You might want to get the license for my big boat and build some of those.
Mm-hmm.
I
Send
like
it to
how
me.
Germany might be able to take oil. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yar.
Why are we paused again?
No, we're at 2. We can go up to speed 3 and try that, but we have been at 2.
It's
Norway,
true.
Trotsky is spelled.
Failed. There's a big Norwegian flag here on my
I was
screen.
about to say, why is there a big Norwegian flag here?
Because he was expelled from Norway.
Oh, what?
No one wants.
I actually kind of want to
Trotsky.
visit. I actually kind of want to visit the house where Trotsky lived when he was in Norway. It's still there.
It hasn't been bombed.
Why do you want to visit it?
Just because.
Okay.
Well, because Trotsky, you know.
Yeah. I'm
He's kind of the
actually
poor
a-
fucker.
actually a fifth columnist, you know.
He's kind of the
you?
poor fucker that should have taken over the Soviet Union, but they didn't. Because Stalin.
Because Stalin.
Because Lenin fucked up and gave Stalin power. Fucking dumbass.
Ausrücken! Befehle!
Yeah, well, see, if you're given Trotsky power, everyone would be like Stalinite because Trotsky's so evil. They should have done what Stalin wanted to do. They're all
Exactly.
bastards.
I mean, they were all bastards, but let's be honest, Trotsky would have been better than fucking Stalin.
How?
From what he has done the entire fucking time he had somewhat power,
Yeah, but
he
if you,
wasn't
like-
quite as insane as Stalin. He most
Trotsky
likely would have
would've been-
fallen earlier.
Trotsky would've been more
maybe
of a warlord.
you
Trotsky
know.
believed in a world revolution. Stalin believed in socialism in one state. So if you go by that, Stalin is better in that sense because he wasn't about like conquering everyone.
Well, yeah,
But I think
don't.
he would have fucked up earlier than Stalin. Because
Now,
of exactly that.
now the question is, do you want somebody like Stalin to rule the Soviet Union, even though he was, killed even millions more people, that helps defeat Hitler? Or maybe if Trotsky was in power, maybe the Soviet Union would have collapsed. I don't know.
And he would have been finally been ruled by Germany? Yes. Totally.
You see, tens, 20s, 30s of millions of people or more killed by Stalin in gulags, or I don't know, however many millions killed by Trotsky.
Can I just say Japan has secured air superiority over Iberia?
Fear me! Fear me and my 5 destroyers! Fear my naval supremacy!
Hang on, let me just have the fleet set sail. I'll reach you once we've refueled 7 times.
And Stalin, when he was dealing with stuff outside of the Soviet Union, was more concerned to getting control of leftist organizations than worrying about overthrowing, say, conservatives in Britain or somewhere. So, you know, I don't know. See, Trotsky's idealized. I don't know that Trotsky. Well, I don't know if there can hardly be anybody more bloodthirsty than Stalin. You know, Mao ends up killing more people, or Mao's regime ends up killing more people, but I don't know that he's bloodthirstier.
Mr. Mao.
Well, let's get out of these mountains. Let's come down here to
The
the
good old
plains.
Pooh country.
So I don't know.
Befehle?
We finally got the bank subsidizing stuffs goings. I just thought it said IRA, and I was like, why the fuck are the... what?
The IRA.
No, it's the IRI. I just scrolled over and was like, IRA? What? What are they doing? What?
Oh, brah.
Oh god, what? What are they doing in Italy? Ah! Yeah, let's
Why
get
is it
some
letting me
Libyan
research?
ports.
Oh, wrong window there. Okay, that's why it wasn't letting me. That makes sense, actually. Here. Now here they'll let me do. Gotta make sure I'm in the right window.
F window?
Well, you know what I mean.
Befehle?
Not really, no. Totally oblivious to whatever you mean. Shit. Yeah, let's get some more military factories. I completely forgot about those. I've been too focused on getting some
what?
more navy.
I can only request the license of subs, cruisers, and destroyers.
No.
I want Italian super battleships. Where are my super battleships?
I mean, I would give them to you if I could, but I myself can't even build them.
I mean, not that I actually have the resources to start construction of them, but I want to do it anyways.
Vorrücken!
I mean, I can scrape some resources somewhere if I can build it.
Ausrücken!
Oh, I've shut out more carriers. Brilliant.
Oh god, I just got the 344mm guns. Yeah, that's gonna be helpful.
Why can't I have big guns?
Because you're
Biggest-
Japan.
Biggest gun I have is 75mm.
This
And it's mounted on my battleships
my
now.
biggest capital ship is not just a little bit over the thing that you can't, that it's not allowed to build. It's nearly doubled it. It's just
The
a
UK
little
would
bit
like
too
to
big.
a tiny bit.
The UK is fucking losing it. And we're already upgrading it because we
Okay.
just got bigger guns.
Huzzah! In one more day, I'll get dispersed industry 1. Then maybe I can make
Oh
2
my
guns.
God, I just noticed the ship is only going 20 knots. Ah, yes, speed.
More like
Zuhören!
parking, yeah.
Slower.
So like, hey, yeah, we decided to put sails on this thing or something.
You don't want to go too fast, man. Yeah, my destroyers at least go like 40. That one is going. No, that's 39. Which one is my fastest boat? 36? Maybe one of my cruisers. 36? Oh, damn, that's a really fast cruiser. That's a
And I
heavy
can't
one.
wait. So I actually
Yeah,
have
no. Japan's tanks and whatnot weren't that good.
You're right. They
My
weren't good.
tanks. I would have
Am,
tank
am I
cats.
being bullied?
Don't
Am I
worry.
being bullied?
No, you're
My
not.
friend Japan.
No Ragnar is ragging on you. Mhm.
I'll have
Like
you
the
know,
pun.
I have a whole 150 tanks in stockpile.
Yeah. Hear him. I got a
Yeah.
whole 80 light tanks in stockpile.
Now, I do believe Japanese tanks are sort of good for what Japan could do and what its Asian enemies were likely to face.
Oh, we could
But
get some better U-boat hulls. Yeah, let's go with that. We could improve on our
You want a
U-boats. a little.
submarine when you can have big fat battleships?
Because I actually have like all the doctrine for submarines or research.
Oh god, all of my light tanks are French. That's horrible.
You got Renaults?
yeah,
R35s.
Romania was buying Renault and French tanks and the CV-33s from Italy at this time. The little tankettes. Sort of like the L-33 thingies with that, anti-tank
okay.
gun in War Thunder, but
I was
the
gonna say,
CV-33.
I don't have any fucking tanks I can sell.
Well, that's what
So
Italy
you
was
did
buying
tank
historically.
cats?
Yeah, well, that was the CV-33s. Yeah, little machine guns.
Eric wants me to delete the French light tanks.
No, don't do that. Just sell them back to France.
I can give them to Germany during the war. Maybe they can use them one day.
Romania, please give me tanks.
Go to
Give me
war.
tanks,
Somebody should
War,
show
and
me
I'll
that
send you all
Discord.
80 things. That was Eric. My Eric, not
Right.
not his Eric.
He's Eric, you're Eric. What?
Eric's actually Eric. His is just Eric.
I'm so confused, but fuck off.
Call him actually, Harry.
I actually don't know
I
about that.
believe you guys are trolling me.
Good, good
here,
pun
and
there. Yes,
Fuck
yes.
off.
Okay, we're not crossing the river. Well, we're gonna stop that attack. Pushing that way. Let's.
I don't know what to research, honestly.
Just going with whatever.
I could get
Whatever
field
gives the best
hospital.
bonuses.
Do I want radios? No, I don't. I'm just gonna go for improved
What's a
infantry
radio?
weapons. Radios are big and scary, and they take like actual
They
equipment.
make scary
Something like
noises.
I have
They
never
go
heard
beep
of this
boop.
before. What kind of
Scary,
fell
it's
sorcery?
spooky. It's spooky. You go beep boop. Terrifying.
You go.
I mean, that's not a radio. That's more of a what do you call it? A landline Morse code thingy.
Yeah, well, no, that's what early radio was. A lot of that because they couldn't being able to set up and broadcast, sounds like we're making, voice sounds, whatever, was very primitive. And to get it,
More like
what?
showery, as in it's radio. It's not cable.
Well, they use this. Well, that'd be more.
That's what I mean.
That'd be the cable where it'd be for the radio because it's different sorts of setups. But yeah, they used Morse
Got it
code.
wrong way around, but sure.
Well, maybe.
Looking if there's enough shits to even. I love how I still have a deficit on most of my equipment. Not enough.
Well, Italy had deficits on most of the equipment through the period, so
I
yeah.
have 3,000 deficits in horse transports. What the? I have 4,000 deficit in infantry equipment. Ah! Why are we only producing like 11 guns per fucking day? I haven't even researched any better guns. We're just on like infantry equipment too.
And Italy's equipment sucked in World War II.
I mean, they had some good submachine guns.
That was about it, yeah. The Beretta is pretty good.
Yeah. Guess what I'm producing? Yes,
Submachine guns.
Berettas.
Yeah.
Befehle?
Actually, I have 700 in storage. I might want to stop producing them and get some more fucking infantry equipment. Wait! I have one factory in Berettas, producing nearly 4 a day.
Zuhören!
I have 5 factories in fucking infantry equipment, only producing 13 a day. What? Come on! Why are guns so much more harder to rifles so much harder to make than a fucking submachine gun?
Submachine guns is simplistic itself.
Yeah, but a rifle is also.
No, rifle. No. You gotta realize there's so much more pressure in a rifle than there is in a pistol.
It's still just a tube.
Yeah, I know, but the rifle tube part, one on a rifle is, because it deals with more pressure going down it has to be done better than a pistol. Because whether you're talking submachine gun or pistol, it's the same basic thing. Only the Germans can over-engineer a thing that makes it complicated. But the pressures dealing with the lockup, you have to lock up that rifle and machine it together to lock up to deal with that pressure, where the submachine gun is just using a spring to keep it closed, and so it just delayed blowback the Beretta machine guns, and so yeah, it's so much easier to make a submachine gun than it is a rifle. So much
Shouldn't be
easier.
that much more expensive. Fuck's sake.
And then you look at the sort of the cheapest of all the Sten gun, just sort of pipe fitting pieces together, and you look
But
at
it's
how.
a Sten gun. That's not a Beretta, is it now?
Yeah, I know, but Beretta, you got to get to like the MP34 or 35, however you want to designate it, sort of same gun but different designations. And that gets really complicated machinery. Really nice gun, but really complicated machinery. And those are the Austrians.
You just said
yeah.
MP40, didn't you?
No, I said
picture of one.
MP34.
Yeah, close enough.
MP35. You can see the machining on that is, the Austrian, the Solothurm, is a really well done thing, and is overbuilt, really expensive. They didn't sell many of them.
That's
You can see some videos on Forgotten Weapons about it, and it's
found it.
the Solothurm.
Let's
Yeah,
just
sometimes it's
put
called
it
the
in
34, and
difference
sometimes
of
it's called a 35.
What do you think of this MP40 here?
MP40? Well, that's the simplified
No.
version.
Check
Right.
out the Discord. Friends
Oh.
of Gamer real quick.
Okay, I'll tab over. Oh, yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. I'm not even clicking on it to expand it. What the hell that is?
18 with this weapon, I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, light artillery, good. Okay, let's.
The sniper rifle, it works great. It's inaccurate as shit.
No, we're coming over here.
I'm gaining factories again! Yes!
They're
I don't
coming
even
back.
know what factory is.
The winter's over, they're coming back.
Yes! My factories! Return to me, my children!
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Come! Serve your emperor!
Los!
Oh hey, I also got a good picture of a Browning. Wait, which one was it? This one? No, this is the other one. This is the 1911. This is this is the high power. Yeah, what high? No, Browning. What the fuck?
No. Yeah, that isn't real. That's got to be Photoshop. That ain't real.
That's not Photoshop. That's H3 for
That's
you.
in a game.
That's H3. Isn't it glorious?
How this cult becomes a sniper in 3 easy steps.
Yeah, it's just how to do it, You
They,
need a sniper, just build one,
Are the
Well-
European fascists going to intervene in Spain because the Japanese Marines can't do anything more.
Where
Do you have any
I
army?
got 3 tank divisions in, or
If
panda
I've got
divisions
any
in Spain.
armor, yes, I've got some armor, but it's actually
I don't know that they're
trash.
harmful to the users there, Ragar. I don't know of one. I'd like to hear what you're thinking that is harmful to users that are submachine guns. The Sten gun is particularly not terribly accurate, and it's even then well, I mean they're rather inaccurate, but
Yeah, I mean, not just a little bit. It's completely fucking just spray and pray.
and if you look at how you have to sort of line up the barrel to some little person sort of got it lined up, and then it's still wonky. Yeah, but I've not heard them hurt the users, like blow up or anything like that, because they're submachine guns. They're shooting pistol calibered ammunition out of a a fairly big thing. It's bigger than a pistol, so it rarely do I hear of. Like, I can't think of anything that I've heard of it being a user harmed because it's from a submachine gun. Now, jamming, yeah, that can be a problem depending on the. Heard about early versions of skin that they fell into the ground and they started shooting and rotating. I've not heard that. I'm not saying it's untrue. I've just not heard that.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
In 2 more days, the guard forms.
The Sten guns are, I think, reasonably good for what they were.
I mean,
You
they
know
were
what?
just for mass production, basically.
Yeah, and they worked. They were reasonably reliable. The people that I know that have, shall we say, many years ago now, that put together kits that Sten guns, they were often using pistol loaded 9mm instead of hotter velocity submachine gun 9mm. So the springs were too strong, so they weren't cycling well. So they would jam really easily. Clean functional guns would jam. You probably put in hot loaded ammo. I remember one friend telling me he got a bunch of Egyptian 9mm that was rather hot loaded for submachine guns, and it burned through a Sten gun just fine. Rather reliable. So yeah, and normally if you come off a trigger on those things, they'll come off, but they're open bolt weapons. So if somehow the trigger is jammed back, I don't know how that would be. Yeah, they could continue firing, but. But I'd like somebody period, recorded, wrote the letter. Something back then that this happened, and I would believe it, but I've not heard that from
The
any
Iron
reliable.
Guard. Now I get to shoot my king and just not have factories for a year.
The Iron Guard, just what you need. Now, the Americans started with a fairly complicated Thompson that they simplified over time, and some of the complication dealing with the Blish principle that is hokum and BS and isn't real. But, yeah. You know of the Blish principle, Lum? You're good with. Okay, the Blish principle was by a guy named Blish. But the Blish principle is that if you take 2 different types of metal and have them like slide along each other, that slows it up. So, like brass sliding along steel somehow artificially slows it up. It's BS, but
Why would they do that? I mean,
no, it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't do it. But this is what they believed back in 1920 or whatever, this one guy. So they added this little Blish device into the thing that sort of, it actually sort of slowed the recoil up just a little bit, just because it was sort of a little locking mechanism, but it was unnecessary and just added to the cost and complexity of manufacture. So the early submachine guns.
I'm more wondering about the logic behind it. Why would that slow it down?
He just believed that for some reason, if you took two
I
different
guess
types of
the
metal,
friction would slow it down, but that's just the friction between
right,
materials.
right, exactly, and
Normal.
that's that. Yeah, but he believed that if it was like brass rubbing on steel or something, that increased it versus just steel on steel or brass on brass. And so the blish
known to be-
devices were added to it and don't work.
Brass is perfectly known to be oiling. As in, if you have like rubbing it against something.
Yes,
that
you're right,
oils
Lum.
it.
Because you're right. You're absolutely right. That's the way it is. It's all wrong. It's a BS principle, or theory, or
That's
belief.
supposed to be shot.
So yeah, it didn't work, and so they got the first big batch of 10,000 or whatever added in it, and then later on they didn't, and then they simplified it even more down to the M1 Thompson, and even that was still too complicated, so they went to the grease gun, which was cheap to make, maybe a little
It looks
better
like a
than
grease gun.
yeah, the M3 grease gun, the M3 grease gun, yeah.
I love
But-
that I could just choose to bomb Madrid over and over again. It's like the 10th time I'm bombing Madrid. I love it. Fucking bomb it again!
Come on, we're trying to burst our way into mountains. Yeah, that's the problem. City or mountains? Well, maybe panzers aren't meant for cities or mountains.
Suchen Deckung.
I was about to say, did Gibraltar fall to the Spanish somehow? But no, it's just the colors between England and Spain are very similar.
Why are they still holding Burgos?
But there's partisans that keep popping up. So it's not that they're still holding it. They've taken over the republic or the fascist capital. It seems that now having to be crushed.
Well, I guess I'm gonna send some volunteers too, so let's increase that.
Oh, we're
Some
paused.
things.
No, we're not. We're at 1. Or something.
How many can I send actually? How much?
Kind of a shame that the cities are still only one province,
No,
though.
wrong Spain. There you
Besides,
go, that's the right
probably-
Spain. Where's the send volunteers there? I can send 3 only? Damn. Okay, well, I guess I'll send some units then.
Befehle.
Where are my tanks? You? Yep, you. Gonna go into separate division. There. Going there. I
Those are
want some
planes. We're gonna-
motorized. Where's a motorized division?
Bereit.
Do I not? Guess I'm gonna send some mountaineers then. I think that's needed here.
That would be useful.
You're mountaineers, right? No, you're not. Oh, they're Alpina. Yeah. Those guys. Oh, nice. Got some more military factories. Put them into guns. We're still not having enough guns.
Oh, we can start building more. What the hell? Oh, it's okay. There we are. I want to find. Mine laying. Do I have any mine laying?
Put one of the best journals I have in its head. Yeah, this guy, offensive doctrine. Yeah, boy, you good. Your name is stupid though. You should change that. Send volunteers. Where is it? There, this guy.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Will allow. Good. Volunteers him. Transfer.
How are we doing for the duck then?
Why am I listening to Japanese propaganda on this radio? It's good.
Because-
I don't know.
I can't tell if this is Polish or Russian. That's bad. Probably Russian.
Ihre Befehle.
More than likely Russian.
Ausrücken.
In the trade screen here, I can actually see the trade influence. It's a little bit nutty. Are we paused again? No, it's just again showing as it paused, but it's not actually paused. I hate that.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
With
Subs am I
transports, we'll
actually
be able to
producing
do
here?
Everyone
invasions.
This is nearly 2 subs a month. What the fuck?
Everyone point and laugh at the Italians because they have worse training standards than me. Ha.
I wanted to increase those. No, I don't. What are you on about?
It says you have low standards.
Look again.
Now your training standards in reorganization.
Organization tote complete. Okay,
How long till you go to war with China? Good talk.
I don't know what
I
toy
mean,
jet
it's
is
only
playing.
37 still.
I think it's normally 38 is when it
Yeah,
kicks off.
I thought it was like late 37, early 39, 8.
I mean, it's still early 37. We're still in March.
Well, I'm doing the focuses to get down there, but yeah.
Alright.
Just takes a while. We're not
Yeah.
playing super fast.
Yeah, we're playing with about 2 speed, and sometimes it pauses
How many
us.
volunteers gonna arrive?
Yeah,
5th
it's
of
just
April.
I have to do a bunch of focuses to actually get down there. Not very long, but there are several of them.
Look at gamers' naval research treats. So bad. Oh,
Yeah.
Plan Z
So bad.
when?
plan set.
Where's my H-44 super battleships?
Still waiting for you to build some Yamatos, man.
Never gonna build the Yamato.
Befehle.
What?
Got for the steel. I don't have the steel.
What
Yep.
if I send you one, Steel?
One steel, yes, that will solve all the problems of Japan. A singular piece of Italian steel.
Yes.
It's
I might even send you a singular piece of German steel.
That would do it.
Then the war in the Pacific is already won.
Oh god.
Some good old Kruppstahl, you know.
Now imagine the Yamato made out of Kruppstahl. They would try to beach it and beach the island, sink the island.
It becomes an island.
No, you know, they tried, they
Yeah.
they did beach it, right? Instead of beaching it, the island sinks.
No, the Koreans are doing shit again. Go away, Korea.
Pursue some better policies. Tell them to.
I
release.
am.
How
The
are they doing
Koreans
anything?
don't appreciate me.
Their resistance is only up to like 8, 4, 5. It's not bad.
Yep, no, but they've been quiet for some time now, and now they're starting again.
Shoot them.
That what I think got rid of his stability before. He lost all of his civilian factories.
Could go to brutal oppression.
I don't think that helps, you know.
What do you mean? I don't see how it couldn't help.
German quality control achieved.
Typically, when you have rebels and you massacre their whole family, that just inspires more rebels. Typically.
What? No. That's not how it works. I've watched Star Wars Rebels.
That was the most.
And you know that's exactly how it works.
What do you mean? Long live the Empire!
Exactly. Why would the Empire?
God, I nut for Thrawn.
That's a good excuse. I watch Star Wars.
I know how to deal with this rebel riffraff.
Be the Star Destroyer. Wait, why did you have a Star Destroyer?
Builds interdictor cruisers.
Wrong game, wrong game.
What do you mean?
Builds a Yamato for cannon that can see
Someday I want to
to.
start do a science fiction channel, and we could play some Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Includes-
Star Wars so bad though.
So some of the
Empire
old
at
ones
War
are good.
when?
Yeah, the old ones are some of those really good ones.
No, I'm not meaning the games. I mean the story is so bad though.
Well, the old stories are good.
No,
Yeah, I think so.
I hate it. It's such an overrated sci-fi story. It's so annoying.
What's your
Love
favorite
your bonus
sci-fi?
Was
Lum.
it story-wise?
Yeah, well, yeah, you're complaining about Star Wars, so what do you think is good?
Let me think real quick.
Ausrücken!
Because I think Joseph Campbell inspired Star Wars is really good, but that's just me, I guess.
I mean, I quite like Battlestar Galactica as well, especially the reboot version.
I don't like the reboot version.
Oh. I
Legends
kind of
of
like it
the
because
Galactic
of
Heroes.
I really like how it's filmed, you know, with the camera work and stuff.
Okay, well that's good. I would agree with that. I watched most of like the first season and then gave up on it because I'm a classic. I grew up as a kid with the classic, so that's just so much better.
I mean, the story's not the most, you know, fantastic or anything, but it's not bad either.
Yeah, I get you there, but it just too much for me. It was too much human replicant Cylons. That just killed it for me after a while.
I get that. I can see that.
Let's see. Do we have something over here that we did this Condor? Oh, I should be doing Condor Legion. Let's do that.
Babylon 5 as well is quite nice.
Well, yeah, but I was wanting Lum because Lum was complaining.
Yeah, I just completely blacked out for a second there. I was about,
Lum
I
is
went
dead.
to say 40k, but somehow I just completely went, wait, sci-fi.
Okay, 40k. I don't know enough of that to really comment on the storylines there.
I don't know too much
It's
about
just
40K,
because it's
but I love
fucking insane.
I know
It
you're gonna
doesn't try
hate
to
it,
be-
because my favorite faction is the Skaven.
That's fantasy, dumbass.
Well, I like the fantasy.
Also, that's true. Fucking Skaven is great.
What do you mean, lizard people?
They're too fucking weird.
Lizards.
I mean,
What's this? Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. What? No.
Have either of you read any of
David-
the, or do you read any David Weber like Honor Harrington series or anything like that? The books.
what's it called?
I do not believe so.
Or David Drake stuff, or
Again.
I'm very
book
bad
name,
with
that's-
I'm very bad with like the names of humans.
okay.
So-
Yeah, that's my problem too. You
Just-
give me
just
the
listen-
human names, but the book names or like
Yeah.
story
Well,
names or
on
whatever.
Honor Harrington. If you would know the name if you read the books, because about every other book has the title Honor in it. Because the main character's named Honor. Or like, you know, Hammer Slammer books, or the Cinnabar Navy series. No, okay, you guys don't read much science fiction then, I guess.
I read a lot. I mean,
you claim to read a lot and you haven't read David Drake's or okay, I'm pausing this.
Yeah, okay. Science fiction discussion.
Yes, we're going
Yeah.
to we're going into science fiction discussion here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time to pull out my Star Wars books, my Star Trek.
I've read
I have
those.
some
Yes.
other shit here as well. Where is it? Ah, yes. Here we go.
Okay, so have you read anything by like David Drake? Like I was saying, with oh, it would be better to go.
Hang on, now I have to search up this human.
Well, I'm trying to get his series.
That
Hammer Slammers,
and
the Cinnabar Republic Navy series, he also does fantasy stuff, which I don't read his stuff. Anything by you know who Timothy Zahn is, of course.
Timothy Zahn.
Yeah, you know who Timothy Zahn is, so you've read some of his works.
Yeah.
Star Wars, I guess. I don't know how-
I've read a couple of his others as well, but I don't have any of them in like physical form.
Right. Okay. Eric Flint. What? His
Like I have
1632 series. Oh boy, yeah, they're
Bought
just
the game and started this sci-fi little introduction. Lost started playing on the radio.
or John Ringo's work or any of this stuff. Boy, guys, the Falkenberg's Mercenaries, or oh god, you guys don't read much science fiction, I guess. I guess you mainly read what science fiction support from movies and TV series. Is that it, or?
Well, I
Sci-fi
mean,
I know is like
that's what got me
Not really.
into science fiction to begin with. You gotta real was these movies and series. So those are the ones I have the most connection to.
Okay, yeah. But the
That's
RCN series, I'd
okay.
highly recommend it. David Weber's Honor Harrington series, or
Well, I mean, I'm looking at it here, and I do appreciate recommendations.
that, or it. See, Honor Harrington is sort of series is way in the future from our time period. Then there's the let's click over here. Just want to get. And his Mameluke series, which I've only read a little bit of, that's fairly good. The Safehold series is great. Safehold series is humanity had spread out into space, runs into this really nasty species that's going to obliterate humanity. So they send off basically one ship to try to disappear into space and go find someplace to colonize, hiding from them, while the rest of humanity gets blurted out, and it's their attempt to rebuild humanity from that. I read a little bit of Isaac Asimov long ago, but not too much there, Rhaegar. Out of the Dark. I got sick of vampires, and that's why I haven't read his vampire work there, Arno, Out of the Dark. So I can't recommend or not recommend it. I mean, he's a great writer. The World War series by Turtle Dove, but I've not read that, so I can't. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Do you
That's
think it's safe to continue, or are we still having the discussion?
well, I think we're ending. I would. If you want something that's sort of like 18th century Navy, but in space, that would be the Cinnabar Navy series. Hammers Slammers is Mercenaries out in space. By Dave, those are both by David Drake. Those series are really good. What else? I'm sort of S.M. Sterling. Some of his work is really good, especially when I keep blanking on names. I have that problem, as you know.
You have a problem, man. I can't remember a name if it would save the life of me.
Who recently died? Who you wrote with? Oh, Jerry Purnell. As soon as I see it, I know it. Jerry Purnell, who wrote, I really love he did a lot of, like, Mott in God's Eye and the Falkenberg Mercenaries. Those are, again, mercenaries and other things out in space. Really good stuff there. And I think this is going to conclude our play through day of Hoi 4 Black Ice multiplayer. So I'm gonna make a save here. Okay, let's play multiplayer. BIC.
I mean, it's a lot of interesting stuff, and I believe I can acquire much of it at the local sci-fi shop. Well, I say local; it's in the capital, but it's the closest.
Well, there's that, and a lot, all that stuff is available on,
Yeah, the,
Amazon and shit.
interweb.
But I mean also, in Kindle form or whatever, fairly cheap. And some of the stuff is free. If you go to Bean, or Bain, however, Bain Publishing. Let's see, what was it?
I mean, it's a lot of that. Right now,
Bane
there is only one book interesting me right now. That's the next Thrawn book. It's gonna come out next year, but soon I'll be able to pre-order a
Put this in
version
general.
signed by Timothy Zahn for only $150.
Yeah. But Bain Books is a publisher of a lot of these, and if you go to their website, there's their free library, so for digital stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff that's free, older books fully free and whatnot, so you can go through that and look through that if you want. So I'm not trying to make you spend money or anything. Wish it possible to remove the miniatures and have just oh god, we would love to do that. Hello, Tundra Sheep, how you doing? Unfortunately, and yes, you can. There is a setting to remove the guys from the map, but unfortunately, some of the info that the guys portray, like which way they're marching and whatnot, is locked. So, which on the old style would have like the little arrows in corner on the counters to sort of tell you what's going on. So yeah, I really wish you go down to it. Again, I'll give anybody a plug here. If you get a decent 2D map of Hearts of Iron 4, I will go to bat to get counters for it, but nobody has taken me up on that offer because I know they made the Hearts of Iron 3 counters for Hearts of Iron 4. They tried them. It looked terrible with the 3D map. They were stuck on needing to do the 3D map. So if someone were to make a 2D map there, I could go, hey, we've got this nice 2D map. Did you release the coding to put in the old style counters in it? And they might. I'm not saying they would, but I would push for that. 10 minutes into the 7th of November. Ah, yes. So Arno is now 33 years old. Happy birthday, Arno.
What? He had his birthday today? Get
Well, he
fucked.
said, by the way, it's now 10 minutes into the 7th of November.
Get fucked.
So
What?
it's now
Arno's that old?
Yes,
Yeah,
Arno's
he's
an
ancient.
old man. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? We have some. Hang on, now I need Google Translate now because I want to say a thing, but I do not know how to translate.
Say it in Norwegian.
Praxiselever.
Okay, that didn't help. Could you
Yeah.
translate it?
Bereit.
Interns, really? Interns? That's okay. Interns, fine. There's some, there are some interns at my workplace every Wednesday now.
Mm-hmm.
They come in every week, And I
Okay,
was talking to
interns.
them. I was talking to them this Wednesday, and I don't remember why, but for some reason one of them asked me how old I was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it came up, but they were just like, "What? Aren't you like almost 30 or something?" I was just, "What the fuck? What?
30-year-old toy.
What?
Look at him.
I'm not even
Where's my
20."
toy?
Well, it was so weird when I first went to Scotland and was living there, and I was in my very early 20s. And I was talking to this guy who, and I didn't realize it at first. I realized I was talking to him, but he was wearing a sort of black leather jacket, jeans, and whatnot. And I thought maybe late 20s, probably. He was freaking like 40 years old. I thought, my God. It's just you guys don't get any damn sun up there compared to, you know. And so when I was in my 20s, people were thinking I was in my 30s because I'm in Southern California. We get just naturally going out and get so much more sun. So you guys look so much younger because it's so far north, you know, because this was in Edinburgh, which is, a little ways south than from Oslo and sort of where you are. But,
Yeah, it's still far
but
north.
yeah, and so it was just compared to, you know, with same genetics for me coming out of Scotland. I just until I opened my mouth, they thought I had like worked in the Middle East for some time, because I was so dark, but I was genetically one of them.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
name
gamer
gamer.
is a superior genetic.
Well, I'm just saying, and then once I opened my mouth with my American accent.
With
I'm
more
serious, because I was moving around without a camera bag or without, you know, the usual touristy stuff off the not on the usual touristy places, and so they
touristy places.
You know, when I was living in Scotland and going around, so they just presumed I was a local. I could tell, and then somewhat local to the to Britain, but that I had spent some time in after talking to a few of them. They thought, oh, I thought you worked in as a contract employee or something in Saudi Arabia or UAE or wherever for a number of years. Just that's what they presumed. But yeah, no, my skin is genetically for limited sunlight. So yeah, I age a bit different than what I'm used to, or when I go to northern Scotland. So yeah, you guys don't. So yeah, you don't show it as much as we do.
Good fuck.
Yeah. So
I see.
I still love that most of the people at work think I'm an